of opportunities that we're trying to take advantage of to try to enhance public access to the waters of the Commonwealth.
Thank you.
Yes, just several quick ones concerning the permitting process. As the state has stated, they would handle all that permit process. That means a full notice of intent would have to be filed with conservation. It would then be passed off to the State Marine Fisheries Division. It would be passed off to DEP. The Corps of Engineers would make comments on this because it meets their standards as far as square footage. So there is a full process as to the permitting. As far as the management goes, we have a land management agreement right now with the state for Dun Fudging. That's me down there every day, picking up the garbage, collecting the envelopes from the honest box, having my assistants down there on weekends and holidays. It would be under my office again to go down there and make sure it is clean. We don't intend to put any trash cans out there. We want to be carry out. Okay, so again, it would be up to the Waterways Board to oversee the day-to-day maintenance of it, which is minor maintenance. And as Douglas said, all the major maintenance, the state will step up and replace anything that is in need of maintenance.
We're done? All right. I'm going to close the public hearing, and we have no committee report, correct? There's no particular action that was recommended.
Right, we took no action on the actual proposal. We did push to have a public hearing, which we just had.
So it is my understanding that what the Waterways Board and the state is seeking is the approval of the council for the mayor to enter into a land management agreement with the end in view of creating a fish pier at the location specified. Details of the pier to come. I, for one, am not comfortable making that vote tonight. I would suggest and take a motion that we put it off till the next meeting for council vote at that time. If somebody wants to put that in the form of a motion. Point of order.
Are we still going to be able to make, it's all been questions, and are we still going to be able to make some statements tonight?
I think at the time of vote, we can make them tonight or we can make them at the time of the vote. My own thought would be that we might, since we're at the state, we are at the point where we are expressing our views and no longer seeking information, that it might be well to do that at the time of the vote itself. But I'm open to suggestions. It's the sense of the council. I'm happy to prolong the debate, or we can postpone it until we have the actual vote. I think we're very ready to go first.
No offense to the state, but we're not getting anything new. I think from my observation, everybody would like a pier somewhere. It seems like the majority here and out there, and what I've been hearing on the email all day is just not there. And because of their procedure, which makes sense, they're not going to invest money in actual renderings of what it's going to look like. And contrary to the first answer I got, the real answer is we can't back out once we enter into a land management agreement. So I'm happy to take a motion to say we don't want anything at the boulevard,
I think it would be proper to put it in a positive and then vote it down. But
Either way, end result is
the council will
Just a comment. I think Greg's right. If we put it off to a vote, or if we were to vote tonight, we have not enough information to make that vote. And I think that one of the things that we need to do is to find, because the Waterways Board has said that they are really not the proper forum, we need to find the proper forum within the city, and it may be in community development, to develop what is the proper analysis of the inventory of places, considering the fact that just putting something else on the boulevard may or may not be a good idea. The viable fishing locations, all that stuff. We have none of that right now. We'll have none of that the next time if we're going to have a vote. So if we're going to make some progress, I think we got to find a home for this project other than the Waterways Board.
Councilor, why not?
I just want to apologize if it seems like the gentleman, we're attacking him, but he's trying to give something away, and he must feel like a cat in a room full of rocking chairs. But this is not our first rodeo with state money coming into town. And I just think, the maintenance thing is a little fuzzy, and we all know how good a job we do with maintaining things. Full school, the boulevard railings, the Good Harbor Beach Bridge when that goes out, and it goes out quite a bit. And if it wasn't for the CPA, we probably wouldn't be maintaining this building. So I'm a little scared about that. And also, I think it could be an attractive nuisance. Kids could go up there and get in trouble. Photographers could go out there when there's a big storm, try and take pictures. I think there's some liability here. And I still think we should have a scale model, a rendering, a scale model, so we know exactly where this is and what it looks like. And if it has to be a picture or something, then fine, but we need more of that, and we also need someone, an expert in the city that works for us to do this, to tell us what to do. I mean, we have experts telling us about poop on the beach, and you know, this is a much bigger project, so I think we should have some experts. Thank you.
Anyone else? Councilor Mayor Taylor.
Look, poor guy, I really do feel bad that we're eating you up alive, but, you know, it's better that we eat you up now unless you spit us out after, so, you know. This is a great project. It would be great if we had not just the outlook of the pier, but Sonny Robinson made a good point. Yesterday, people were at the beach. Today, we're freezing. The climate changes, the water, the high tide. We saw that we lost half of Good Harbor Beach. We don't even have anyone telling us really the way the waves would go. If we put a pier out there, is it going to block it and interfere with the rest of that beach area, the rest of the rocks, the fisherman's statue falling into the water? I know we're rebuilding a wall, but we have to go concurrent of the current, the waves, the storms. Because if you put something out there to block something, it to me is, unless I can get, and no offense to anyone else to the state, is saying, yes, we're going to get the engineer facts, yes, we got the current waves, yes, we have this, it's coming up, the worst storm and everything else. I mean, like I said, I've been on the piers in Naples, it's great. The only thing they're afraid of is hurricanes, you can't say, but the way the area, and it's really out there. Naples Beach Pier is like what? What is it, 3 miles long? It's fabulous. But the fact is, when I asked about that, why didn't we do this years ago? And the answer was that our current is so bad, and the way the ocean, our tide goes, that it's scary to put that. Don't think that none of us wanted a pier. If things have changed and the state can prove that this is not the state fish pier, that, you know, you have glorious water. And not for nothing, it's not that I don't trust the state, but anytime we merged and partnered with the state, they said, yes, we're in a partnership, but then you take over. I like to see more formality. I like to see more contracts saying that, you know, and because like the state fish pier, you've done the incubators, you've done this, nobody's ever came back to ask the city of Gloucester what we're going to do on that fish pier. Never. We know it. We're not, don't get me wrong, we're not upset what you've done down there. No one's ever asked us. That's our ocean too. That boulevard is prime for everyone. It's not like the back shore that some hotels own it and you can't go on and you can't see it. These benches are public, and if the public's saying, please make sure that this is correct, please make sure that it's not going to hurt the other part of the beach, please make sure it's not going to do that, I really think we should ask it. But the city council all saying here to you, yes, if you wanted an agreement tonight saying, I'd sign an agreement saying, yes, I want a pier. I don't know where, and if the state would be willing to do that so we can get more money to look for it, then that would be great. But to say yes on that location, I can't.
All right, well, we don't have a motion in front of us yet. So, Councilor Berger, you are interested in making a motion for us to vote on this evening?
Yes, and it has to be in the form of positive motion, right? Let me try to piece this together. I move that the city council authorize the state administration to enter into a land management agreement with the Massachusetts Department of Fish and Game, Massachusetts Division of Marine Fisheries, for the construction and installation of a public access fishing pier located at Stacy Boulevard. And I so move.
Moved and seconded by Councilor Cox. Further discussion, Councilor Berger.
I would just, as I said, I had to make this a positive motion. I can't support this. I'd love to see a pier somewhere, but I think we're just beating a dead horse to find ways that we can make it work down at Stacy Boulevard. But as we say, sometimes earlier, Ralph brought up the sewer system. I think today, every city council member since the early 70s has been called a jerk for not taking the sewer money. I don't think necessarily 4 years from now we'll be called jerks for not taking this money, if that's the case. Sometimes the answer should be no thank you. So I'm gonna vote this down, and hopefully we can pursue it here somewhere else.
Councilor London.
I would prefer to, and I would like to make a motion to amend that motion to postpone this until we get some further information rather than taking a vote tonight. And,
Councilor, you could always invoke the Charter 211C.
well, okay, but I want to postpone it out, you know,
Date certain?
211C just stops it for tonight. I would like to see it put out for a month or two so that we can get some people. And I went to the technical walkthrough on the hotel, and they were talking about the wave curl and all this kind of stuff. So I'm sure we can get that kind of information somewhere. But
The motion is then to postpone the consideration of this to a date certain.
right, say
The date certain would be
2 months out.
middle of July. That's the motion that's on the floor at the moment. Is there a second to that motion? He moved to postpone consideration.
Is it also?
To amend, it's an amendment to the primary
Yeah,
motion, which
postpone.
we had a date certain.
Why
Councilor,
would you-
but I have a second.
Second.
I now have a second. Councilor Carr?
Why are you wanting to wait for more information? He's already said that there's no more information to come forward on this particular project.
From them. That's what my point was, Mr. Chairman, is that there may not be any more information coming from them, but it should be more information coming from our people. And that's the only thing I would accept, is information from our own people.
Further on the amendment.
On the amendment, yes, I think that it comes down to what